What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. We are playing through a fresh playthrough of Dungeon Defenders Awakened in the Lycan's Keep era, and this time around, we are taking a speed run to Massacre mode. So the objective here is to get to Massacre mode in as few maps played as possible. Now, so far, we have skipped entire difficulties. We have skipped all of medium mode. We skipped all of hard mode. We've only played one map, and we are now in insane mode on the Ancient Mines, map number 2, and now we're going to take a little turn. We're going to go to survival and see how far we can push it. So we want to go insane survival. Hardcore, I'm tempted to put hardcore on. Hardcore, of course, is going to increase the loot quality that drops. However, for this first playthrough through, I'm afraid that I won't even be able to use any of the gear. Now, before we jump in and get this started, let's take a look at what we found on the last map. Now, starting off here on the Rogue, we've got Militia's Might as the set here, and let's take a look at some of the Militia pieces that dropped and see, do we have any Militia's Might pieces that are really, really decent? It doesn't look like it. Now, how about weapons? Nothing there. That is, that's kind of an even upgrade. I'm just going to stay with the default weapon. We do have a blue one. Oh, that is huge. Look at that huge damage increase from 128 DPS with the default weapon, and we are jumping all the way up to 326 DPS. Holy crap, man. Now, it's a slow-firing weapon, but it just hits like an absolute truck. The double tap is one of the early game really fine weapons for sure. Let's take a look through, though, and make sure that's actually a huge upgrade. Let's take that main hand item, and that's even better. So let's take that one instead. And looking through the rest of the stuff here, doesn't look like that one's going to be a little bit of an upgrade. Just a small one, though. We'll take that. Now let's switch over and check out our Warden. Our Warden, of course, is in guard gear. So what do we have? Anything that's an upgrade, it's got to have Guardian's Grace on it. We got some Fort on that. A little free Fort never hurts. Anything else? We've got a real nice piece here, but we can't use it yet. That one's a level 20 requirement, and the loot is just going to be showered at us. Look at that, level 27 requirement. That's a hot item as well. In fact, I think I might actually save that piece and take a look at it later. Let's look at any of this other guard stuff. That's a small upgrade, Guardian's Grace. A couple more Fort, I'll take it. And that's a downgrade there. Do we have any other guard pieces that are good? That's a nice upgrade on that one, but it's a different set bonus, the Plague Defense. So that is not what we're looking for. So that's all we're going to be able to do on our Warden. Now, on our Huntress, we are in Miner gear, and we want Miner's Moxie, and we still need to complete the set. We don't have the set bonus complete, but look at this. 12 power. I'm tempted to actually swap this Miner gear with my EV. In fact, I think that would be the smartest thing to do. There is a full set. Let's go ahead and unequip all of this stuff, and let's put that Miner set on our EV. So let's jump over to the EV. We'll unequip this primitive set, and we will go with this Miner set instead. Now, let's see. Let's look through the rest of the Miner gear and see if there's any other items that are a little bit better. Plus 5 power on that one. We'll take it. Plus 8 power there, and it's equipable. Good stuff, good stuff. And we got some super nice pieces. 7 power there. We're getting lots of power on our proton beams, and this is good stuff. Now let's switch back over, though, to our Huntress. We want to put the primitive set here on the Huntress. And let's see. What else do we have? 12 defense rate. Yep, we'll take that. There's 9 rate on that one. Huge upgrade. And looking our way through, we still need primitive gloves. Can't seem to find any primitive gloves for some reason, so not a complete set yet on our Huntress. Now, how about our Monk? We got a little additional fort here. Actually, that is a different set bonus, though. We need Ancient Authority for the Monk set bonus. So, Inspired Defense, Plague Defense. Can't seem to get Ancient Authority on our pieces. There's a nice piece. 9 additional fort on that one. Good stuff there on the Monk. Now, for our EV, we already looked at. And then we had our Rogue, which is all checked out as well. Now, what else did I get here? Have I found anything else that's usable, maybe? It doesn't look like it. So let's just go ahead and we will sell off all of this stuff. And we'll get ready to hop on in and see if we can't survive just a little ways. But we do have some points to put in first. The Rogue, of course, is full-on attack. We're mixing things up on our Warden and applying the points kind of evenly. Let's go something like that. On our Huntress. The Huntress, we're very focused on range. I want to get this range up to about 50 before I stop focusing on it. Same thing, really, with the Apprentice. The Apprentice, we're going to go, or pardon me, the Monk. We're going to get that range up to about 50 as well. On our EV, we're full power, and look at the power. Holy crap. We're at 81 power already on our EV. That is just huge. And it looks like that gets it. So let's make the dive, y'all, into survival mode. Insane. Ancient Mines. Here we come. How far are we going to make it? I don't know. I mean, I think it would be cool as hell to make it to Wave 10, to be honest with you. Now, we will speed through a lot of this map, as I don't want this video to be like 6 hours long or anything, and we all know that this map is going to take forever to run. So we're going to start it off just like we've been going. We're going to go with some Wisp Dens, 2 on that side. We're going to go 1 on this side, and then we're going to follow that strong side, weak side philosophy to get through these starting waves. We got a lot more range on our Wisps now, which is quite nice. But let's see what kind of power this fancy new weapon brings here. Oh my goodness, it's just annihilating beds like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, this is a powerhouse of a weapon, no doubt. So RNG shined. It smiles every now and then. It's just not as often as we'd all like. Physical damage to top it off, so there's nothing is resistant to physical damage, of course. Let's just go ahead and power it through, and I tell you what, we will jump forward a few more waves to where we have this map built out a little bit further. So let's go ahead and pop on forward in this particular survival run and see how far we can make it. I mean, we know we're going to get mad XP on this one, that's for sure. But let's jump on forward a few more waves. Alright, so we are on wave 5. Now, we built things out a little bit differently. I went with 3 proton beams on each lane. I've got 3 5DU proton beams over here, 3 5DU proton beams here, and then just 4 wisps in the back. On this side, we've got 3 wisps in the back. We got 2 5DU proton beams and 1 4DU proton beam. Now, there's one very important thing throughout this transition that I have not done yet, and I want to get that done right away, and that is I want to come into my loot filter, and we're on survival, so we're just going to have a ton of drops. I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of the common drops. Now, depending on how far we make it through the run, I may end up getting rid of uncommon as well on this run. However, all common gear now is just going to be sold at the end of each wave, or when we start a new wave. So, no more common gear. It is all out of here, and, man, we're just getting good stuff here. So, I got 100 to spend. I mentioned it earlier, but there's just huge value to be had to upgrading the Wisps, or any Warden Defense for that matter. The range value you get out of upgrades is just crazy good. So, you know, just upgrade your stuff, you know. We want to upgrade the Wisps. We want to upgrade our proton beams as well to get more power out there. However, the more ups we can get into our Wisps, the more range they're going to have. their range scaling goes up just quite nicely. And, you know, hopefully we can get through a little bit of this map. We're on wave 5 now, so making good progress, and it's coming along. So far, so good as far as just burning the packs. Now, no ogres yet. We may see an ogre this wave, if not, maybe next wave. Oh, and here is an ogre right now. Speak of the devil. So let's go ahead and do what we've been doing. We want to get our devices stacked on it. When the ogre gets into the protons, we're going to go ahead and stun it. And we're just going to continue to keep our devices stacked. So how is this guy coming? We're going to have to do a little kiting here on this guy. Let's turn him around and walk him back through these beams. And that should get the job done here. It's all about the ogre, y'all. It's going to be 100% about killing these ogres. If I'm able to kill the ogres, I'm going to win the map. You see we're getting lots of shots taken here on our defenses. Now, ogre down, so GG's there. I think a smart move at this point is going to be to start considering some reflect beams. So I think the thing to do maybe just to go ahead and lower both of these beams. The ones in the middle, we'll drop those down to 4 DU each. And that's going to allow me a reflect beam on each individual set there. So that will be very important at this stage in the game, no doubt, because now the ogres are flowing, that's for sure. But let's see, let's go ahead and get a just a 1D reflect beam. Let's go as wide as we can with it, though. Let's kind of go way over here, and we'll get it to its maximum length here, which is, what, 3.58 meters. So now we got a reflect beam there to protect things. Let's do the same thing over here. We just don't need ogre snot balls destroying our stuff, that's for sure. And then we are back to the upgrade train. So let's get everything upgraded as far as we can for our level and see how far we can push through. We've got ogres coming now, so the challenge will be here. You know, it's all going to be about, can we survive the ogre onslaught? That is for sure. So 600 left there. What else can we do? Let's just go ahead and spam it around. And let's jump forward again and see how far we can make it. We're going into wave 6 now, so you never know. Might be able to hit some double digits. Now, I do have upgrade points to spend again. Not going to bother with those yet. Let's go ahead and just jump on forward to a future wave here. And this looks like it could be the end, wave number 9. If it's not the end, it's at least going to be pretty dang sketchy, but it's looking like it's probably the end here. We will have to see. Afterburner, the scrawny, is getting the job done here. Can I get him back into the protons is the question. Let's see here. Come on now. Come on back up in here into proton hotness. You know you wanna. Oof, that was so close. Got the stun off on him. He's just got too much health. So, you know, if we can keep him in the protons, it's GG. Let's keep our devices ticking on him the entire time. We'll get the stun on him there, right in the middle of the beams. And it's, you know, it's a challenge. It looks like we're actually going to survive it, but it's certainly not pretty, and it's certainly not over yet either. So, I mean, this guy he's ready to bring the pain at any moment. The protons are ticking away on him, but he's just got so much health. And oh my god, we actually made it to wave 10. Now, I lost everything there, though, so bad news there. However, we made it through to wave 10, so I can get my defenses placed back down. You see, I've gotten a lot of levels in the meantime, so besides getting all the loot that I've gotten, as I've gotten some really good loot, I've gotten a bunch of levels as well. So let's get these defenses built. Let's also go through and put some of those levels in. So we can get all of these up to tier 3 now. We'll get that tree upgraded as well to try to get a little more health on it. Now, let's see. How many points do we have to spend? We got 20 points to spend, so let's let's get a little bit more power on everything and see if it makes a difference. We're not actually using our Huntress yet, but let's get a little bit more range even. Actually, I said I was going to go to 50. But you know what? We're just not using anything else yet. Do I want to start going into power? Let's put it all into range and just extend the range of those ensnares. Let's get... we're over 100 power now on our EV. That is just pure hotness. And then, of course, on the Rogue, we're going to get a bit more attack stat. And we're up to 62 now. Now, if we take a quick look through any of the loot, though, do we have any upgrades? Well, first off, let's look at the militia set. Wow. That's Plague Defense, though. Oof, that's just terrible. We got a mask here, but sadly, there's no stats on it, so that's kind of a POS. Not much of an upgrade there. I do love that shot type, though. However, I think I'll stay away from that. There's our first legendary drop. That's a hot item. Let's see. This one's Malicious Might. That gives us a nice power gain. That's going to really make our devices hit a lot harder here. And here we go. We got another big upgrade. This one is fire damage. But it is an upgrade, so let's just go ahead and take it. And looking through the rest of these militia pieces, here's another gain in power. And that one's Plague Defense. We'll want to stay away from that one. How about on our Warden? This is the guard set of gear. Going heavy fort on this one, and it's mainly because of the trees is why I wanted the fort on the Warden here. Of course, we're going to be really taking advantage of those wisps, that's for sure. Look at that, 21 fort. We're getting some nice gains. Our roots are going to actually feel like a blockade here, that's for sure. We've got another gain on that one. And I think that is about it. How about our... Let's go right to the monk here. See if we got any nice pieces here. There's another large gain in fort. Good stuff in there. 31 fort. That's required level 34, though. I've got a ways to go before I can use that. But it's actually got a passive on it, too, which is kind of cool. I think I'll lock that one and save it for later. Sadly, that mask is not going to do anything for us. That's a big bummer. Let's see. That's a lateral move on that one. And there is a nice little upgrade. And it looks like that's about it for the monk. Now here's the moment of truth, the EV. Did we get any big power gains? Oh yeah, we get some nice power gains there. Any other minor pieces? It looks like not a ton of minor pieces dropping. And then we already looked through our militia set, so I think this is all we're going to be able to use for now. Here is a DPS upgrade as well, so let's go ahead and equip that sword. And then I think it is time to clear the inventory again. And let's continue to push on through, y'all. Let's see how far we can make it in this run. We're starting wave 10 now. I will jump back in when I'm at the point where I'm getting my face rolled. But here we go. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, and it's just done now. We've got another double ogre on the same lane. Just not going to be able to do anything with them. We've got mobs pushed through now. We've got a little Gobu on our core. So, yeah, this is just all over now. So, I mean, I'm pretty stoked, though. Made it to wave 13. My first insane survival attempt. So, good stuff there. You know, let's just keep pressing as far as we can. See if maybe we're going to be able to get a few more drops here. But I just want to keep turning this ogre around. Get all of my devices on him, of course. And I think we're going to be able to come back in and make a really good attempt on this map again. You know, I'm pleasantly surprised starting at what? We were level 15, I think. But this is now looking like the end, and there it is. So, not a terrible first experience in Insane Survival. And made it to level 24. So, we earned, what, 9 levels. Got an insane amount of loot. some big upgrades, and I think maybe tweaking the build a little. I'm thinking even maybe less proton, more wisp, maybe, for a little bit more of that killing power on the end. I might even move my sets around to try to get a little bit more power on those wisps as well. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will be back soon with some more Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Thanks again, y'all.